manage a team or a department, oh, we're going to cut. Whether you manage a team or a department, whether you manage an entire company, as a leader, our responsibility is to manage our emotions. People will look to us as the leader in the organisation to determine how they should respond to what is happening around them. And as the leader, how we manage our emotions will rub off on the rest of the team. Welcome to JTinTheRaw show. I don't even know what show. Can someone tell me what show? Let me check. I've forgotten. How bad's that? What show are we up to? JT in the Raw. Anyone want to guess? See if you can guess. See if you can guess. See if you can guess. What number are we up to?
Hey JT, hello from America. It is show 212, mate. You guys stay safe over there. And my cat Dash says hello too.
212. Welcome to show 212, where I chew the thin on business, and after 31 years in business, I have a few thins to chew. And after this week of really honest, wonderful conversation in one of my Rex groups, Jackie Hobbs, you're up late tonight over there in the UK. Dwayne, g'day. Susie, g'day. After a really honest conversation, 212, Susie, 212. Andrew, good morning. Where we talked about the feel within our businesses, the feel within our teams, the feel within our organizations, and what causes it. What causes that feel? And I really think from this really honest conversation, what the owner of this team said, or the owner of this business said, is that I was letting my emotions manage me instead of me managing my emotions. He said I would come into work and I would have a self-pity party. Everything was woe, everything was bad, everything sucked. And he thinks that's why the morale and the emotion was poor within his own business. Marissa, good morning. Alyssa, good morning. Jace Lawrence, g'day mate, how are you? So this is, I guess, the thing that I think we really need to understand as leaders in our organizations. We are not emotionless, but we must manage our emotions. And it's fascinating, even looking at some of the conversations we have within our house, in front of our Zoe, our daughter, our 11-year-old. What does that look like? That conversation sometimes shapes the way she thinks, she feels, she sees the world. And so perhaps more often than not, we are guarded with conversations that we might have around kids, and yet we are not guarded around our team and our department. So here's what I learned this week from a number of different people. They said, we learnt to accept and live with the life we are now in. We learnt to accept and live with the life that we are now in. And with that acceptance came a completely different outlook when we went to work. So let's think about that for a moment. If we accept this world that we now live in, then we're not shitty with the place. We're not shitty with the number of leads that we've got or the number of customers that we're losing. We accept it and we live the life that we are now in. When we do that, we can completely transform the relationship that we have with our team, and therefore our team with our customer. One of the people I was with this week on a Rex roundtable, he said this, and I love this quote. I've never heard it before, and I love it. We bitch uphill, we don't bitch downhill. So we can bitch up to people, but we don't bitch down. When we bitch down, that's to our team. That impacts our team. So here's the point that I'm trying to make today, is as leaders, we must manage our emotions. We are not emotionless, but we must manage our emotions. Our emotions will have an impact on our people that we work with, whether that be our family or whether that be with our team. Let me say that again. Our emotions will impact the people we are with, whether that be our family or the people that we lead. I would love to be, the prophet of optimism and tell you that things are going to change. The reality is this is the world that we now live in. Nothing's changing, so let's just accept it and let's make the best of it. For goodness sakes, we're 6 feet above the ground, we're not 6 feet below the ground. There is nothing worse than being below the ground. We're above it. So let's accept this great world that we live in. Let's accept the business culture, the business economy that we're in. Let's accept it and let's move on. Let's live with it. I know you can do it. We all can do it, and we can all support each other through it. Scotty Robertson, Shelley, good morning. How are you guys? That is my goal for you. That is my goal over the next 7 days, is I really want you to work on you. Yeah, very good point, Scotty Robertson. I'm only 5'6", not even close to 6 foot. So that means I'm going to be 5'6" under the ground. Your challenge over the next 7 days is to think about your own mindset. Think about particularly the language that you are using. Again, I had another client conversation this week where they said, I'm feeling really good because I've restricted my savings. So I'm actually blaming COVID on the expenses that we don't have in the business. And I'm telling the team, because of COVID, we're not spending our money on this, this, and this. And it was interesting to hear that conversation. I actually had that with a number of people over the last couple of weeks. That's blaming COVID. What we can just say is, we've decided we're not going to spend that money. Let's not look for an external factor. You don't need to justify why. Let's change our mindset. Let's change the language we use. Let's change how we feel. And let's move on. And I reckon when we can do those three things, our businesses will change, our morale will change, the acceptance of where we are will mean that we will also impact our customers, our members, our clients, the people that we deal with, and our family. It's a big one, ladies and gentlemen, your mindset. We can do it, and I know you can. So that's the challenge for you over the next 7 days. Look at your own mindset. Accept life as we know it, and now live life as we know it. Accept life as we know it, and now live life as we know it. I hope you like that little quote. I haven't done a quote in a week for a while. Accept life as we know it and live life as we know it. Rach, good morning. Great having you on board. And remember that other great saying that I learned this week? Bitch uphill, not bitch downhill. I love that too. Hey, you've been tuning to JTinTheRaw. If you've got any value out of the show, hit me with a love heart. Anytime during the show, I saw a few pop up, or even at the end of the show, if you got any value out of this, love hearts are very much appreciated. If you can't do that, then just give me a like. That's also A-OK by me. I want you to have an awesome weekend. I've got a really big weekend ahead. It is the grand final for my under 12 netball team, my daughter's team that I coach. So I'm looking very much forward. Alan Leach, good evening over there in Dublin. Looking forward to that grand final tomorrow morning at 9:45. So wherever you are in the world, if you do that time check and it's 9:45, my girls are running on the court for their third consecutive grand final. We are going for the three-peat. Andrew Ning, you know exactly what a three-peat is because those mighty Bulls did that years ago. So it's a big day in the Tamsett household tomorrow morning. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted next week. Fingers crossed, it's a three-peat. Hope you've enjoyed today's show. Remember, accept life and then live life as we know it. Accept life and live life as we know it. Thanks, everybody, for your good luck wishes. Hope you all have an awesome weekend, and I will catch you on the flip side.